Good evening, everybody. Yes. Respected Director, sir, AGM admin, my friends from the faculty, and my dear participants. I am thankful to the Director for the very pertinent observations about the young generation here. The topic of today's talk is not just happiness, it is beyond happiness. So even if you are already happy, you will know certain things about well-being and how to be more effective in your future life. You have a very bright future ahead of you. Okay, before we start, let us start with some positive vibes. This is the suggestion of one of our faculty. So we'll start with a positive affirmation. Every one of you know that it is very good, yay. Okay, let us start. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. Very good, yay. Okay. So, actually I am not going to talk about happiness in the spiritual sense. For that, we have a lot of spiritual leaders in the country. I will be talking about something which is firmly grounded in science. And the strange thing about it is that it has been researched very deeply only in the last 40-50 years. And the model about which I am going to talk today has just come out last year. In fact, it was the year 2011. I'll be talking about that. Let us first see how happy we are already. Okay. So if you have a scale from 10 to 0, 10 is extremely happy and 0 is extremely unhappy. Okay. 5 is neutral. 9 is very happy. Just see where you are. Extremely happy. 9 is very happy. 8 is pretty happy. 7 is mildly happy. Then slightly happy, neutral, slightly unhappy, mildly unhappy, pretty unhappy, very unhappy, and extremely or fully unhappy. Where do you rate yourself? Say, how many of you would rate yourself at 10? Please raise your hand. That's very good. Let us give a big clap for them. Anyone at 0? Anyone at neutral 5? Okay. How many are 9s? 8s? Okay. 7s? 6? I think we have covered most of the persons. So, our director's observation was pretty correct. The worldwide average from a very large sample is 6.92. Okay, slightly less than 7. So this elite group is slightly more happy. But again I tell you, we are not talking only about happiness, we are trying to go beyond happiness. We'll understand it from a different sense. See, earlier psychology was looking at the sick mind. They were worried about how to come down from -7 to -2. Study of sick minds, study of past, what happened in the childhood. But here we don't talk about the past. We are trying to go from +2 to +8, +9 like that. So it is about going beyond happiness. See, happiness, if you say, what do you understand? See, the problem with making a scientific study about happiness was initially the scientists found out, sir, that there is a set range of happiness for every person. So you can only be as happy as your grandfather used to be. You had no choice. So the psychologists, they were stuck there. So later on, after some studies, maybe some people studied the effect of certain factors. And then one of the psychologists came out with a formula for the enduring level of happiness. Enduring level of happiness is not a fleeting level. For example, you have a good piece of chocolate or cake, you feel very happy. That is a fleeting happiness. Enduring means a type of happiness that lingers on all through your life. So when that was being studied, so one person came up with a formula. It is the set range, of course, as happy as your grandfather was, but there are other factors. There can be some circumstances which can take it up or down. Circumstances of life, the place where you stay, etc. And there are certain variables, and these variables are very important, because here is the place where you can enhance your happiness. Let us see at some of the circumstances. These are not very important. For example, youngsters must be thinking that if we have a bigger package, if we have more money, we'll be happier. What the study tells us, that money is important for happiness, but only up to a certain level. And in various countries we have the cut-off points also, which is the level required. And I can tell you, and you will be surprised to know that the levels of income that we have is enough. Beyond this, if we have additional money, that will not bring you additional happiness. And it is not happiness, it is not money that brings happiness. It is the attitude towards money. If a person is very materialistic, if he is money-minded, he will never be happy. He will keep on accumulating money, but he will never be happy. And there are people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates who earn. I'll tell you why they still earn, but they are giving away for charity. If you have to give away for charity, why do you earn? So the important point about money is that up to a certain level, it gives you happiness. It is needed for your happiness and well-being. But after a certain level, and we are already at that level, I can tell you. But your attitude towards money, if you are money-minded, if you think money is the only thing and I should have more and more money, that will make you very sad. So, don't give much importance to money. Like that, there are certain other factors. For example, what could be the other factors? Health. People go to the gym, they do a lot of exercises, and we feel that a person who is healthy is happier, a person who is suffering from some illness is unhappy. It's not so. It is your perception about your health which makes you happy or sad. If a person is suffering from cancer, but if he has a perception that he is good enough, so he won't be unhappy. Marriage. Research has found out that those people who are married are comparatively happier. Singles or divorced people, they are not happy. This also comes as a surprise to many of you. Then I would tell about race, education, gender. These things I am keeping them together. Education level, whether you are educated or uneducated, whether you are a male or female, whether you are a Negroid or from the Aryan race. or the climate of your country. These things have no impact on the happiness. You can be any of these and you can be equally happy. Then what could be other factors? See, religion or spirituality. Religion has a moderate effect. If one is religious, if one believes in someone above, he will be happier compared to one person who doesn't have any religious faith. So we should be happy if some person is spiritual, he will be happier than the other people. Of course, circumstances of life do affect happiness, as in this case, but some of them are so difficult to carry out that it may not be feasible. For example, if you want to be really happy, go and stay in a wealthy democracy, a very prospering democracy, instead of in a dictatorship or a poor country where there is dictatorship. People won't be happy there. Climate doesn't affect, but if it is a prospering democracy where there is freedom of speech, where there is good social pension, where there are good institutions, where you can express yourself, you will be happier there. But it is not so easy for us to change our position. Okay. So, I am telling you that these were the problems why happiness could not be brought into the fold of science. Another problem is there are two major barriers to happiness. One is known as the happiness thermostat. Okay, suppose you get a lottery today. You are not going to be happy for your life, or you win Kaun Banega Karodpati. That 5 crore of rupees will not keep you happy for a long time. If you get a promotion, if you get a new house, if you get a new car, okay, that happiness lasts, mostly it lasts only for 3 months, not beyond that. And like that, the tragedies also. Except there are one or two tragedies whose effect lingers on for life. For example, if the spouse, husband or wife, dies at a younger age in tragic circumstances like accident, or a young child in the family dies. So these traumas are difficult to overcome. But otherwise the happiness thermostat, promoted as a TO, joint bank as a PO, happiness is conditional. You are happy that day, maybe after you get your posting you are not happy. Okay, then you are looking for a next posting, next promotion, you are happy for a few days. Again posting, you are unhappy. So this happiness thermostat is an important factor which will bring you to the set range, as happy as your grandfather was. Another thing is the hedonic treadmill. Just like it is the happiness treadmill. See, if you achieve something, you want a very good mobile set. As soon as you get it, the same day a new model is launched, you are worried about that. But after some time, maybe after 2 or 3 days, you set your eyes on something higher. Then you get a new car. Then you set your eyes on a bigger house. You get a big house. Then you want a house somewhere in Dubai on the sea or something like that. So that hedonic treadmill also is a great barrier to happiness. Happiness thermostat, hedonic treadmill. But there are certain variables which are under your control which can enhance your happiness. These variables are positive emotions. You can, by practice, generate more and more positive emotions in your life. These positive emotions can be about your past, present or future. I'll delve into these very shortly. See, a person may be very happy today, but he may have had a very painful past, or he may be too worried about the future. So, how can you be happy about the past? If you keep on thinking about the bad things that happened to you, you won't be happy. So, there are many ways, but one way I can tell you, just close your eyes for a while and think of a person from your past life whom you are grateful to and who did something which has helped you a lot in your life to come to this place. Just think about that person. Okay. Now what you do, you just try this experiment, you will get results, and results which will be very surprising for you. Take a sheet of paper and write a letter to that person saying that you have meant so much to me in my life. You did such and such thing when I was young or when I was there, and express your gratitude to that person. Laminate that page in a beautiful manner and personally go and hand it over to that person, or call that person to your place on some pretext. Don't tell what is happening, but in a proper manner, hand it over to that person after reading it aloud and ask for the feedback of that person. Give him some time to express his feedback. So you will understand what is the power of expressing gratitude. This gratitude you can express to more and more persons later on. Like that, if someone has done something bad to you, you can forgive that person. So many things can be there. About the present, whatever happiness you get, you savor that. Enjoy it in a beautiful manner for a long time. That will help you. Every evening keep a log, and this log has to be a written log. What are the 3 things which happened during the day about which you are happy and why? Okay, my dad brought an ice cream specially for me while coming back. Why you are happy? Because he knows which flavor I like and specially has brought that because I have done something good today. Write this 3 things which made you happy during the day. Or you can plan a beautiful day in your life. Maybe you set aside a day, take leave on that day, or it may be a holiday, Sunday. You plan some things that you like. For example, you like good food. Go to a good restaurant, have good food. Then you want to go to the spa, go to the spa. If you like to roam around in the mall, do that. So these things you do it leisurely with someone you love, you will get a lot of good feelings. Similarly, about the future, it is said that those who are optimists, those who are hopeful, they will be happier in life. See, we can have so many anxieties about the future. If you are a person who is hopeful, who is optimistic, you will be always happy. You should know that things are going to be better and better in the future, and things are being better, and you will have so many anxieties. Fight with them. Think about those and logically discard them. So you can have positive feelings about the past, present and future, which will make you happier. And usually what we think, that good food, watching a movie or television, or going to some scenic places, this is going to give us happiness. This is not happiness, this is pleasure. And we don't say you don't go in for pleasures. Of course, go in for pleasures, savor them. But understand that beyond pleasures, there is another arena which is known as gratifications. But sometimes people don't understand the difference between pleasures and gratifications. Gratification is something you do. A person who plays sitar and he gets lost there, he doesn't feel the time that has passed. A scientist who is observing a crystal after breakfast suddenly finds that it is slightly dark, he is not able to see that. Maybe there is a cloud before the sun. He comes out to the balcony to see and finds it's already late in the night. Or a cricketer who is so involved in his game that he is not worried whether he wins or loses. Or some activity. And it's not that these activities are only going to be from leisure. They can be at work also. People get lost in work with some project. They are working till late in the night. People are calling them. They are not responding. So, these gratifications, this has been also termed as engagement or flow.